Joining us this morning are James Martin from Magic Cut Media and Promotions. Good morning, James.
Good morning, everyone.
Sarah Taylor. With that said, we're going to kick it off with James. Have at it.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you so much, everyone, for allowing me to come and speak. So I'm super excited for us to be here. So yes, as we know, the topic was about video. But one of the things I feel is very, very important is that, I mean, we might hear about, oh, we need to be using video. We need to be using video. And I think there's a lot of different businesses out there that are just kind of thinking, well, you know, I don't really feel like doing it. I don't feel comfortable being in video. Like, is there really a point? Well, let me put it this way, okay? We're now coming out of the quarantine lockdown sort of era. And I'm sure that for a lot of businesses out there, this was a very, very, very tough sort of few months, right? A lot of you businesses had to completely shut down. Some of you had to be sort of partially open. There's a couple of you guys that were able to keep going, which was fantastic. But for the rest of the economy, it's been pretty tough. So how can we make sure that if there's a situation, whatever that situation is, where we're forced to not be able to work on our business, how can we keep going and keep marketing and growing our online influence? Well, this is where video can be a very important tool. So again, just to give everyone a big reminder, you know, we had the quarantine, so how can we make sure that we can, even if we have to stop running our business, whether we're sick, whether we're sleeping, whether we're on vacation, or we're in another quarantine, how can we continue to market our business? And the way that I usually go about this, and I usually talk to everyone about, is do you have an automatic system that can continue marketing and growing your online influence while you're away from your business? So what I want to talk to you guys about is essentially how to create an automatic sort of marketing system that's 100% free and will only take just 1 hour of your time every single month. And then it'll continue to keep growing and growing and growing using the power of video. So again, remember, this system will only take you 1 hour a month. Once you get started, it'll just keep growing on its own, and it's super easy. Okay, you see the picture of, I have a nice little smoothie there on the beach. Imagine if that could be you, where you're just relaxing on the beach during these nice summer times, but your business is still growing. And I can guarantee you, absolutely, this will cost you no money whatsoever, because this is one of the common questions I get about video is, how much money should I put in? How much money is it going to cost me for equipment? Do I have to put money in it? You absolutely don't have to. You can literally do this for free using the stuff that you have or using free available resources out there. You have nothing to lose. And as a matter of fact, what I'm about to teach you regarding this automatic marketing system, I would suggest to you to really try and implement this for the next 6 months. Okay, do this every month until the end of 2020. They'll give you a 6-month period, and then you can see for yourself how this will affect your business, and then it will start growing from there. And see, where I come from, I've already developed my marketing system, and it's continuing to grow every single day. I've spent over 2 years where I consistently work to create my marketing system that now gets viewed by over 8,800 individuals every single month. Basically, how we're going to create this marketing system that's going to grow your online presence and help you to reach more individuals, regardless if you're actively working on it or not, is by using YouTube. Now, I'm sure we've all heard a lot about YouTube, about the common statistics, like the fact that there's 2 billion people that use YouTube, and there's millions of individuals that log in to actively use YouTube every single month. But I want to go a little step further from this, because again, the whole point of this is to show you that your YouTube channel will help you bring in more views, will help continue marketing and growing your online presence, regardless if you're actively working on it or not. So let me tell you why not having a YouTube channel in the year 2020 going into 2021 is perhaps the biggest mistake you could be doing right now. So I'm sure you all have heard about entrepreneurial master Gary Vaynerchuk. All right, he's a very well-known, corporate master, CEO, millionaire. But did you know that his very first YouTube channel, which was called Wine Library TV, which is a YouTube channel that he created for his father's wine store back in 2006? Okay. Now, mind you, between 2006 till about several years ago, it was very active. He posted over 1,000 videos. But if you were to look at consistent statistics from today, his channel still gets over 27,000 views per month. And what's really interesting is he hasn't posted any videos to this channel in over 3 years. Okay, now when I talk about your marketing system, I'm talking about you could walk away for maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks. Like if you go on a really long vacation, maybe a few months. This channel hasn't been active in 3 years and it's still growing and it's still marketing itself. Now, let's go even bigger. This is Sean Cannell's YouTube channel. It's called Think Media, which I highly recommend that you go check out next time you have a chance. His channel gets 3.3 million views per month, and he even says that he makes at least $30,000 per month just from his YouTube videos. Okay, imagine making $30,000 every single month just from your YouTube videos. And finally, I want to show you the king of all YouTube channels, Jimmy's Mr. Beast. Check this out. 354 million views every single month. And he is quite literally making millions of dollars. Listen, here's a big question I want to ask you guys. If there was a public event that attracted millions of individuals, okay, you would probably do everything that you could to get exposure for your business there. If there was a billboard that was seen by millions of individuals every single month, you would probably pay whatever you could to get that sort of attention for your company. So here's my big question. Why aren't you on YouTube? Again, it's free. You only have to work on it at least 1 hour per month. And then you see the infinite potential in the amount of exposure that you can get. So right now, we're going to create a YouTube channel that basically is going to get you views while you snooze. And it's a very easy setup. So first off, you're basically going to create a YouTube channel by creating a Google account. Just if you go to Google, create an account, go straight to YouTube, boom, you already have a YouTube channel. Next, you want to make sure that you're working on creating a good video. Now, often I see a lot of insecurity when it comes to, oh, what should my video look like? What kind of equipment should I look like? It's really more simple than you're probably thinking. First, I always say to everyone, use what you have. And what you typically always have is this thing, a phone. Use your phone and start creating your own videos. Don't worry about having to get all sorts of equipment. I know there's a picture of a gentleman with a tripod. You can get it. They are cheap. You don't have to. There are tons of people who don't. But the point is, use what you have. You have windows. They bring in light. Make sure the place is quiet so you don't need to get microphones. What's important is when you come up with your videos, what you're definitely not going to talk about is just your business. Your videos are not just selling points. They're not just ads. As a matter of fact, what you really need to focus on is how to add value. It's when you throw value out there that people will come to you because they're interested in what you're sharing. So what kind of topics could we be talking about? Well, you can share tips. How about here's 6 tips on how to grow your business. Here's 3 things that you should not do when filing your taxes. How to review a product or a service that's related to your business, right? Every time a social media platform might come out, Sarah Taylor could go straight to that social media site and review it and tell you, it's like, listen, is this hot? Is this worth it? Should you try it? Should you not? All sorts of stuff come and go. Walk through a process. Do your customers know how to file their taxes? Do your customers know how to sign up for insurance? Give professional advice. Remember, you're the expert. Share the stuff that you know. Answer common questions. You can even talk to other experts related to your field. Solve problems, or here's the big one, involve pulp culture and create stuff that's entertaining. Your stuff doesn't just have to be black and white, educating everyone. It can also have something that's interesting. So get involved with pulp culture. See how you can mix all that in. Visit relevant locations or events and document the experience. You know, I'm just going to throw a challenge out to Sarah Taylor right now, just because I know she's here and I can do this. I'll just take advantage of it. Sarah Taylor, next time you go to the Facebook headquarters, can you please document that experience? I'm dying to know what the Facebook headquarters looks like.
It's cool. I did the last time I was down, so it was cool.
Oh, fantastic. But I'm just throwing an example out there. I mean, jokes aside, that's a unique experience. Not everyone gets to go to the Facebook headquarters. So that's something that you can bring because it's interesting and it shows your expertise, especially in this particular situation. And share jokes. It's okay to be funny. Look up jokes related to your industry. People will get a kick out of it. There's tons of that out there. So think of ways on how you can add value and just do something interesting. And my biggest suggestion is, if you cannot come up with any ideas, go on YouTube and search up what other people in your industry are doing. Search up other marketing experts, other financial experts, other travel agents, because I guarantee you, you will most likely find someone in your industry that already has a relevant, successful YouTube channel, and they're constantly creating all sorts of content and videos around what they're doing. That's interesting, at least. So use that as an example. Once you have your videos, there's many different things we're going to talk about. Again, for this, we're going to talk about your YouTube channel. When it comes to Sarah Taylor, she's going to cover more about how you can take those videos and put them on other social media platforms. So you can get multiple uses out of your own videos, and you should. So with your YouTube channel, it's actually very simple. You're basically going to go up to upload, which is free. And once you upload it, what you need to do is you need to think of a few things. One, come out with a title that someone will search up and want to click on your video. In a moment, we're going to talk about the stuff that you really should not do when it comes to your video. And one of the examples is, please do not title your video as something like Business Highlight 2020 video. Like, please don't, because no one's going to watch it. That's not going to entice you to want to watch it. Think of something like, again, as I said before, here's how to file your taxes. That is a question that someone is going on YouTube to search up. Remember, YouTube is also a search engine. Google and YouTube are the two most commonly used search engines. People are going on YouTube to search up questions so that people like you can solve their questions and solve their problems. Another example is search up something like, here's my top 10 travel tips. All right, because someone is searching that up. And by the way, if you go and search up traveling, there's tons of that on YouTube. Just going to throw that out there. So think of something that everyone's going to want to click on. If you want a great example, I mean, I can't highly recommend, check out this guy. If you want to get into the pop culture and really understand how to really succeed on YouTube, you can look at his videos and get a really clear understanding of what good titles you should be thinking about. Then in the description, probably the biggest sin I see of all time when I see people upload their videos is they don't take advantage of the description. It's basically this humongous paragraph that's just beneath the video when you watch it. This is primary real estate. You have up to 5,000 characters that you can use to write in your description. Take advantage of it. And when I say that, Imagine that someone is watching your video for the very first time. They're just getting introduced to you. They're just getting introduced to your video and your company for the first time. They want to get as much information as possible. Again, we're not selling them in the video, but what we can do is once you have that video out there, in the description, include a paragraph of what your company is about, and that's fine. You can include a paragraph of what the video is about, just in case someone is wanting to read the description as soon as they click on your video and just wonder, okay, is this worth me watching? Include your website. I don't see enough people including their website. Include all your social media, all of it, or at least the ones that you really want to promote. Take advantage of that. If you're offering some sort of a free download, a free checklist, something like that, where you're basically trying to collect emails, then include that as well. Whatever you need to include in that description, please do. You're never, ever going to run out of room. So really take advantage of that description because that's primary real estate. And then it's that simple. Basically what you're doing is you're doing exactly that. You're creating a video, you're uploading it to YouTube, and basically you're going to do that at least once a week, or you're doing 4 of these videos per month. And again, this is only going to be 1 hour every month. So in 1 hour, you can create 4 videos, upload them to YouTube, and then YouTube allows you to schedule them out ahead of time. So you can just have one video come out every Saturday, every Monday, whichever that timing works for you. I mean, Sarah can talk a lot more about finding the right time to post information to your target market. But essentially, you're just doing that. It's that simple. So I really can't recommend to you enough. Post a video every week, or at least make them at the beginning of the month, schedule them out for the remainder of the month, and do that between now and the end of the year, and you'll see the results. Finally, just before I finish, I just want to end with this. Instead of necessarily me telling you what to do, I just want to share, here's what you specifically should not ever do. Number 1, please don't post 10 videos and then give up. Like, probably one of the biggest complaints I get a lot when it comes to other people saying to me why they're not growing their YouTube channel is they're just like, well, I'm not getting the results I want. It's not growing as much as I would like. And then I go to their YouTube channel and they've posted maybe 6 videos, 10 videos. You got to post at least 25. Heck, there are some professional YouTubers that say post at least 100 if you really want to see results. For this example, I do like to suggest just post 25. Just put your head down and commit to posting 25 videos between now and the end of the year. Then you'll see something very significant in your growth. Here's also what you should not do. Do not make every single video an ad. Remember, you're giving back, you're not selling. Do not post all 4 videos at once. I know you can be a little bit of an eager beaver. You have all these great videos, just like, oh, I can't wait for everyone to watch them. Be patient, schedule them out, and pace them. Make sure it's consistently on a weekly basis as well. Don't get stiff. Make sure you just relax, okay? Your personality is your greatest asset when it comes to your brand. Don't be afraid to speak out. Share your quirks, share your personality, your humor. That's all you. You are your brand. So just relax and open up. After a while, it's going to become very, very comfortable. And as I said before, please, 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 like if I could add another one commandment to the 10 commandments, it would be this. Do not, by any means, write bold titles like Business Highlight Video 2020 or a video that just says about me. Please don't. Again, you want to think of video titles that someone's going to want to click on, such as I said before. So remember, videos is the way that you can help not only expand your brand, but also grow your online influence, and it can keep growing even while you're away, whether it's another quarantine, hopefully not, or it could be while you're on vacation or getting views while you snooze.
Yeah, you know, video in some of these functions on on Facebook and YouTube for even for guys of my generation. I'm reasonably tech savvy. I like this stuff, but it's still a giant box of darkness for me as well. So this is kind of enlightening. I'm from a business mind. How do you monetize a YouTube channel? So I don't, maybe you covered that and I missed it, but how do you make $30,000 a month doing videos? I mean, I've recently become a TikTok guy, so I can see how that works a little bit. I don't know how you monetize it, but same thing with YouTube. I just bought a Traeger little smoker thing, and I've been on YouTube trying to figure out how to spend fortune on meat and burn it in different ways. But so I can understand how that works. But how do you monetize it?
Of course, and that is a really, really great question, because eventually, I mean, while you're growing all in this influence, of course, you really want to turn it into a business, because otherwise you're going to just dry yourself out. So there's a few common ways that you can use your YouTube in order to make money. The primary way that every business should be doing is always lead it back to your business. And remember, your YouTube channel, use it as a sales funnel. Right? It's going to go to your website, or it's going to go to a specific link that's going to then get all the customers to either buy a product or download a service or get coaching, whichever. So that's one way. The second way is, now this is more when you get into, when you start getting significant growth on your YouTube, like once you hit 1,000 subscribers and you're getting X number of minutes watched and views and stuff like that, then you can get what's called Google AdSense. What that means is when you go on YouTube and you see all these popping up, well, that means is that the YouTube channel, they're posting ads on top of their videos. Those ads you can skip if you like, but essentially when those ads get premiered in a video, then they're paying YouTube, and then YouTube pays the creator. Every time those ads get popped up, then the creators are getting a small income every month. And obviously, depending on the size of your channel, the amount of views and the amount of growth that you have, the amount of money that YouTube will pay you. That's just a very, very small portion, but everyone else will typically do sponsorships or affiliate programs. Affiliate programs are huge nowadays. I would highly recommend to every single business out there, go to Amazon and get an Amazon affiliate program, because what they will do is when you take products from Amazon, these could be books, these could be equipment, these could be different. You go there, you get a link for those products, you put it in the description of your video, and you say, hey, by the way, here's a book I highly recommend. It's Tony Robbins' latest book. Download it, because I can't recommend it enough. Because you're an affiliate, because you're leading everyone to buy it, basically Amazon's going to pay you 10% of whatever anyone pays for not only that book, but everything else that they buy from Amazon within 24 hours after clicking that link. So if I buy the book and then end up buying, let's say, $1,000 of something else, then you're going to get 10% of that. So it's really, really huge. And there's tons of affiliate programs out there. Can't recommend that enough. And once you get to a significant growth, you might even want to think about merchandise. Remember, you are an influencer. You're becoming, well, a celebrity. So it's not going to hurt you to start thinking of how you can create print on demand, or how to work with a small business that can produce posters, clothing, mugs, whichever, that has your brand or a very specific message. Sell magnets, sell pens, sell whichever, and then sell those in the description of your video. So it's just about taking advantage of how, when you have the exposure and the influence on your YouTube channel, how to use that in many sorts of ways that you can start making money off of that. Does that answer your question, Paul?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I had an idea, but that is a really good, clear kind of explanation as to how that works. So basically what you're saying is I could put up, Paul's how to burn meat on a Traeger video, and then start getting products from Amazon and using them. So if you want to burn a steak, use this, whatever. And eventually, with the number of videos you have out, you start getting some traction. So is that one of the reasons why you would put up a minimum of say, 25 videos just to get started, so that you start getting noticed by some of these other channels?
Yeah, now I will point out, so when I say 25, what I'm basically asking for is a commitment. So, I mean, for, again, other people, they recommend that you post 100 videos. I'm suggesting to small businesses, post at least 25, because at that point, you're either committed or you're not. Because as I mentioned, there's a lot of businesses that post like 6 or 10 videos and then just give up, and then they wonder we're not getting views. Well, of course you're not going to get views, because it's all about over time. You keep doing this consistently over time. And I've been doing YouTube consistently for over 2.5 years. And I grew my channel from what was 23 subscribers to now over 540 over 2.5 years. And I mean, I've probably posted maybe 100 videos by now, but really I'm suggesting do 25, because then by then you're either committed to the long haul or you're not. By 25 videos, you'll start to notice some attraction, and you'll start to get some comments, some subscribers, and then you can start making a decision. It's like, okay, well, I've given this a go for 25 videos, 6 months. Do I want to keep going? Do I see the potential in this going and basically just doing pretty much the same thing from here on out? Or do I just really not want to do this? So I usually say 25 is like the bare minimum. Just aim for that, put your head down, just do that. And then you can make a decision whether you want to commit for the long term. But it's really just about the long term. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. So you basically just keep your head down, and you keep going and going and going and going and going. Maybe by the time you hit 100 videos, then you'll get 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, who knows? But you got to commit to the long term.
What video editor would you recommend? So I I'm using a PC right now, but I'm a Mac guy, and when I did my stint as a private investigator, I would use iMovie. Just felt it was really easy, and I could add in different panels, like a timestamp on it very, very easily, and found it kind of idiot proof. I know that they had some other paid for iterations of that, but there's lots of different things. You can even edit using iMovie on an iPhone if you have it. So what would you recommend, James, as far as a simple editor that's not gonna break the bank for somebody? And not take up a ton of room on your computer, right? Because that's what happens. You get these video clips, and all of a sudden your computer is going about 8 seconds an hour because you got it so full of video, right?
Those are kind of two very interesting kind of points and questions. So regarding the free video software, so there are tons of free video softwares out there. If you're having a Mac, chances are your Mac will already come with a software called it's already included, it's free. And what's great about the Mac softwares is that they're very easy to use, and you get support from Apple, and they can train you on how to use iMovie. It's really that simple. If you're on Windows, there's a chance that you might have a software called Windows Movie Maker. It may or may not, but that's also free and is usually included with that. If you're looking for other good recommendations for free video software, then there's a software called, I believe it's called Fade In. If you want, I can include links into the live, but there's one called Fade In, which is free. There's another one called DaVinci, and these are free softwares that you can just download. I would highly recommend that you all do is, if you really want to look into a software, just try something out. You may find it that maybe you try DaVinci and you're like, you know what, this doesn't work for me. I'm not really understanding how this works. I just prefer using iMovie. If that's you, great, use iMovie. That's something that works for you. And I promise, find a software, and if you're not sure how to use it, go online, go on YouTube, search up a tutorial, because there's tons of tutorials out there. And then what was your second point, Paul? You're asking about how to save room on your computer while making videos. So the best thing I can suggest is, once you've made your videos, I mean, the truth of the matter is videos will take up a lot of room. That's just how it is. I mean, I have literally 3 hard drives. That's 7 bytes in total of space, okay, because I produce so many videos. You'll just might want to invest in a hard drive. If you want to get to making 25 videos or even 100, you might want to commit to just getting a small hard drive, just so you can store all that away.
Or put it in the cloud. Just put it up in the cloud. Use a Dropbox. Yeah, do a Dropbox, do an iCloud, do a if you use Microsoft, use the their Outlook, right? Just use, or even Google. Google has also their cloud stuff.
Do you recommend deleting low viewer videos?
No.
From your talk, I would say no, because
No.
any content is good content, right? Ask a photographer, they never delete a picture because you never know what you can cut and paste out. So even blurry ones.
It's just interesting when you mentioned the low views. So I know it's like one of the questions was asked, this one person asked, I just posted 25 videos, I'm not getting views, so what else do I do?
Yeah.
Well, here's something that you may not realize soon, but you will notice over time. So when I first started, which was like early 2018, when I really took this seriously, again, I just put my head down and just consistently posted videos every single week. One video that I posted was called like my top 5 free script softwares. And that was a video. I didn't think much about it, just simply posted it, didn't think much of it. Well, it got maybe like a few dozen views. That was it. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Waited 6 months, it started gaining some attraction. It got a few hundred views. I'm like, oh, wow, this video is actually getting attraction. The following year, it had over 1,000 views. I'm like, whoa, this is really growing. The following year, it hit over 10,000. Now, I just checked last night, it has over 21,000 views. It is my most watched video on my channel. So the point is, again, when I talk about YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint, you're going to notice that the videos you post now may not gain a lot of attraction. You got to give it time, because who knows, your video, it may not be relevant, but maybe you're just waiting for the people to come and subscribe to your channel who are interested in that video. Or maybe it's not relevant information then, but it's going to be relevant information now, right? So again, you just got to give that stuff time before it's something significant. So do not delete the videos that get less views. Just keep them there, because who knows, you never know if they're going to gain a lot of attraction.
Is there any basic tech setup you would recommend to help with the quality of my videos? Lighting, tripod. I know we've covered this with Ian McIntosh on one of our webinar seminars. I would imagine it's similar, but you're going to be doing videos sometimes in uncontrolled environments. So what would you recommend?
My biggest recommendation of all time is start by using the stuff that you have. Like, really, you don't have to go and break your bank just for the sake of your videos if you're just starting. So those first 25 videos, you can grab your phone and work with what you have. So go outside, for instance, in a sort of a quote unquote environment, there's not much you can do anyways. It's the same with me. I've made videos even to this, it's just on my phone as a selfie, and I'm in public areas and I can't control the sound, I can't control the lighting. You know what? Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Because it's uncontrolled and it's natural. That's just how life works. And it's still interesting because it's organic and it's something that you see every single day. When you're in a controlled environment, and this is something where you might want to do sort of a better impression, then again, use what you have. So you have lights in your house, you have windows. Wait till it's sunny or cloudy, stand by the windows, have a nice area, open up all the windows, all the blinds, and let natural light come in. Make sure that the environment is as quiet as possible. You don't have to invest so much into microphones if you don't know, because you can just keep the environment quiet. So tell your spouse, tell your family, tell the kids, tell the pets. Well, you can't tell
The pets aren't going to listen to you. Mine just meowed.
Make sure you turn your phone off. Well, if you have any other electronics that are going to make noises, turn those off too. So those are the easiest ways that you can have a controlled environment used to your advantage to make something good. Again, once you commit to making 25 or 100 videos and you're really in for the long haul and you really want to make your better and better and better, then you can start looking into some inexpensive things. Like you could go on Amazon and for 50 or even less than $100, you can get some really good ones, lights, all kinds of things. But at that point, it's because you're in for the long haul, you're committing for a long time, and you're planning on making money from your videos eventually. You can invest. Use what you have. And really, guys, please don't be afraid of making your videos imperfect.
Mm.
Imperfection means you're acting just like everyone else. You're being a human being, exactly. You know, like if I mentioned earlier as an example, Sarah Taylor, next time she went to the Facebook headquarters, that she should document what she's doing. Like, what's she going to do? Tell everyone to stop talking?
Yeah, for sure.
What should I do? Like, tell everyone, it's like, hey, I want all the windows open. I want everyone to stop talking. That's not going to happen. That's life. But it shows you that real environment. So don't be afraid of perfection. It's the perfection that's going to prevent you from, well, proceeding.
Yeah.
Man, I should make that a t-shirt.
Absolutely. I will, we're only 3 minutes over time, but thank you very, very much for coming and for all of our different participants on our different channels. Have a great weekend. Weather's going to be great. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.